Hello guys, my name is Strife and this is my series Strife's opinion on something. In this series, I give you my honest opinion about some topics and this time I will talk about Albion Online, especially its mobile playability. So, what is Albion Online? Albion is a sandbox MMORPG in which you are what you wear and you'll be whatever you like. You can be a fierce warrior, a skill gatherer, or a master crafter. In this game, you can spend thousands of hours without killing a single thing and still have fun, if that is your thing. Albion has a truly player driven economy, and everything that exists in the game you can wear has to be crafted by other players. Correct me if I'm wrong on this part. Albion is a PvP focused game with zones in game that are full loot zones. You die, you can lose all your items to your enemy, and the other way around. If you kill your enemy, you can have all his juicy loot. Albion has a rather huge talent tree, much like Path of the Exile, that may seem a little bit daunting the first time you play it, but that will get easier to understand the more you play. The game is rather simple if you really think about it. Like many other games, RuneScape, ESO, etc., you level your skills by using them. For example, you will level your skill in great swords if you kill enemies with great swords. You will level your gathering skill if you gather materials from the open world. Easy, right? Of course, there's a lot of depth to this behind this simpler explanation, but the basics are these. As I mentioned before, this game is a sandbox MMORPG. So, if you are expecting to be guided somehow along your way, sorry to disappoint you, but it's not going to happen. Sure, you have some tutorials that will explain the base mechanics of the game. You'll have an entire island created for this sole purpose, where you'll learn how to gather, how to craft, how to mount, how to fight, and do all the basic stuff this game has to offer. But after this tutorial island is finished, you are dropped in a city and you are on your own. There isn't a clear path for you to follow, no main scenario questline to do. You are the architect of your own destiny. You want to be a warrior? Go fight enemies or other players in a PvP zone. You want to be a miner? Go mine some ores in the open world. You want to master craftsmanship? Get materials and craft whatever the game and your skill lets you do. In this game, you are forging your destiny and you are writing your own story. So is this a good thing? You may ask. It depends. If you are used to playing theme parks, MMOs, RPGs, you might struggle a little bit at the beginning. Not having a path appointed to follow can be a little bit too much for some players, and the sense of drifting might grow deeper on you and motivate you to play. On the other hand, this kind of freedom opens doors to a sense of progression that is defined by the player and not by the game itself. Let me explain. In a theme park MMORPG, you are used to having objectives that you end up following blindly. Most of the time, you just do what the game tells you to do, and that leads to many kinds of game facilitators. Add-ons that automatize your way, guides that describe exhaustively the best way to achieve a certain objective. There is almost every time a better way to do the task before you. In Albion, you don't have this. You can decide what you consider progression. Want to craft your own gear? just find a way to do it. You just want to be the best combatant in the world and engage in risky PvP? Go to a yellow, red or black zone and PvP to your heart content. Want to be the richest man in the game? Just go do that. And the beauty of it is that you have multiple ways to achieve these goals, and as you walk the path, you will feel satisfied with every small victory you get along the way. Now, talking about my personal experience with this game. I usually play this game on my phone, and here I have to get my hat off to the game developers. You have a proper MMORPG that is designed to be played on a PC in the palm of your hand. I play Albion on my PC many times, but I gotta admit I just play it more on the mobile. The mobile version is the same as the PC version, but with an UI made for mobile gaming, and man, it works smoothly. The team did an absolutely astonishing job on porting this game to mobile play, and trust me when I say you can easily do all the stuff you do on the PC in the palm of your hand using your average smartphone. The controls run smoothly, you have an intuitive interface, a good resolution, and despite the screen being a big portion smaller, the developer team resolved this issue by resizing the game and giving you an option to zoom in on stuff you want to see with more detail. GG to Albion team. I've been playing this game almost daily on my work breaks, and with roughly 15 hours played, I can say I'm having a blast. I have joined a guild, but I usually play alone, setting myself little milestones to guide my progression. I haven't tackled any PvP yet, so I can't give you an opinion about it, but PvE wise I did some solo content, mainly solo dungeons, and it's purely fun. You feel a real satisfaction when you beat the final boss of the dungeons, but I really think that the loot from it should be a little bit better. But I guess it's designed this way to not have players exploiting this way of playing to progress quickly and being given a huge advantage over the other players that decide to focus on crafting as a way to progress their character. This game reminds me a lot of RuneScape, but with fast, action-oriented and responsive combat. I imagine this makes PvP a lot of fun, but like I said, I haven't tried it myself yet. I'm a pussy that doesn't want to lose his shit, so I won't talk about it. The population of this game is massive. There's a ton of people online every day and cities are always crowded. Chat is always busy and you won't have trouble finding someone to play with you, help you, or just chat with. I'm not a social guy in this game, to be honest, but the few times I interacted with real people was a good experience. The community seems welcoming to new players, which was a surprise for me, given this game is so PvP focused. Of course, this game isn't all roses and flawless stuff. Especially playing on the computer, pathfinding is a little bit tricky and you get yourself stuck a lot of times because of crappy pathing. Also, the camera is fixed and you can't move it around freely or search for a different angle of view. To me, this is just poor design, but some people seem to enjoy it. On mobile, targeting enemies is sometimes a nightmare, because you try to target a specific enemy, but if he or it is near another enemy, it might end up to take you a little bit of luck to target the desired one, or, like me, You will end up losing your HP while you are trying to tackle the right mob, and you will end up running for your life to reset the enemies and try it again. Progression is slow, and this is a grindy game. Maybe I'm the one playing it wrong, and I'm pretty sure there will be faster ways to progress your character, but if you want to do things by yourself without spending real money or in-game silver, prepare for a long journey. For me, this is not an issue. Like I said, I play it casually in my workplace breaks, but for hardcore players, I can see a potential problem if you are low on money or time. To wrap up this video, my first impression on Albion Online is pretty positive. I can see a lot of you guys having fun on this game, and I am truly eager to progress a little further and gain the courage to embark on the PvP side of this game. So to whom do I recommend this game? I recommend it for three types of players. First, the mobile casual player that wants a solid, well-designed MMORPG that you can play on and off, or that you can play casually in the bathroom or while you travel in public transports. Just a solid game, not that mobile crap that they sell us all the time as an MMORPG. This is a real MMORPG and not a crappy mobile. Second type of player, the RuneScape player that feels that combat should be more action based and fast paced. The RuneScape player that enjoys the game as it is should probably enjoy Albion also. But honestly, if you like RuneScape as it is, that is not a good enough reason to come and play Albion. Third and lastly, the PvP focused player that relishes on full loot PvP and likes to gamble his possessions in a high risk, high reward system that is unforgiving if you fail. I'm not this kind of player, but I can see the charm of this game for these PvPers. And this is it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please leave your likes and think of subscribing to the channel. It will help us grow and it will motivate me to do more of these types of videos. My name is Strife and this was another Strife's Opinion on. As always, it was a real pleasure to have you watching this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, Strife's out. Peace!